Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk to everybody about something that most people with EDS have extensive knowledge about, and that is tape. If you haven't yet discovered tape, you're probably still using a ton of braces. This is my knee braces alone. I would leave braces everywhere. I'd leave 2 in the car in case each knee needed it, or I'd leave 2 at my office because I couldn't walk when my knee would go out. And so I had braces for every body part. I had braces for my knees. I had braces for my wrists, braces for my fingers, braces for my elbows, braces for my ankles, braces for my back. And at a certain point I was like, this is insane. If a body part goes out and I don't have the right brace, I can't function. And a friend introduced me to tape. And once you discover tape, your life will never be the same again. Because for most applications or most injuries, tape is going to be way better of a go-to than a bag full of braces, a quart-sized bag for each body part. It's just not sustainable. Also, this restricts range of motion in ways that tape does not. So tape allows you to continue to exercise a joint. It doesn't move your joint in a strange way that's going to make healing funky for you. So it doesn't restrict range of motion. It's not heavy or bulky. It doesn't alter your kinesiology or functioning, how you move. And so it's a really great great alternative to carrying a ton of different bags full of braces. So I hardly ever use braces anymore now that I use tape. And then, so once you realize the value that tape has in your life, that's number one, then you have to figure out how to tape. And for the first significant portion of discovering tape, I was watching YouTube videos and making sure I was doing it right because I didn't want to mess it up. And then I realized after several months that right for me might be different from right for the person taping their body. So like if you watch KT tape videos on how to use KT tape online, they have great videos. The problem is that not everybody's knee injury is exactly the same as the knee injury that they're taping for online. So what I discovered is once you start using tape, you'll figure out what works for you for whatever specific injury that you have. So maybe you have patellar tracking problems, which I do. Sometimes I just put the tape literally right along the sides of my leg, and I don't even mess with the patella, because if I start taping around the patella, I'm gonna make it move differently in ways I don't want it to, and then I'll build my muscle to keep it in that funky place, and that just makes it worse. So you're gonna figure out what works for you. And so the number one piece of advice I have for taping is learn your body. Before you go, watch some YouTube videos to acclimate you to, I have a background in, I have a master's degree in physical education. I have personal training certification. So I know a lot about the body. So I understand that maybe for me, learning my body was easier because I knew bodies in general and how they move, but you still need to learn your body to be able to apply tape in a way that helps you, because if you put it on the way that the video says, but it doesn't feel good for you, then that's not right. Do it differently. 2, you want to apply the tape properly. So I have a piece of tape on here now that I've put on and took off and put on and took off to show you, but let me get a different piece of tape. So this is a Thrive tape. I don't use this very often. I don't actually ever buy it myself. Sometimes friends buy it for me. And I'm using it as an example. I don't use it because it's got this rubber kind of weighty icon on it, and I don't like that. I like things that don't feel like they're there, or the only thing they feel like is like support. This actually feels like weight to me, and so I don't use Thrive very much. This is Thrive tape. It's actually endorsed by a bunch of Ehlers Danlos syndrome organizations. This icon to me is the reason that I don't use it, and I wish they didn't put it on there, because otherwise it's decent tape. But what you do, how you apply any tape, no matter where you're taping, is you're going to be ripping the tape backing. This will become your anchor. You don't touch it at all, and you'll just put it directly on where you're going to tape. And then you can unravel the tape, or if you're taping a specific joint, that'll be your anchor. And then you can apply the tape across whatever distance you're applying it, and then you rub it to help it adhere. So you never touch the tape like I did. You literally just rip it below the top, pull the top piece off, that becomes the anchor, rub it down, and then you pull it across. Now, if you watch the videos online, they'll say, put the anchor down, now stretch it to this much stretch, and then put that down. I don't ever stretch, because for me, that stretch can make it feel unnaturally tight. And that if you tape too tightly on one side, notice I suddenly have all this extra tape, it's going to pull on that other side, the opposing ligaments on whatever you're taping, be it your knee, your elbow, whatever. So I don't do that. I literally lay it down with no stretch wherever I'm taping. But again, that's part of learning your body. That's how my body works. So you want to apply it properly. Basics for applying are that you rip the backing right below the top. You just rip it, and then you pull the top off. That becomes the anchor, and then you apply it. However much stretch works for you, and that's going to be different for your body and for mine. Then, once it's applied properly, you need to know how to remove it properly. So depending on why you're taping, if you're taping for a long car ride and you tape every joint in your body and then you need to take it all off the next day, it's not going to come off super easily, because all of these tapes are designed to stay on for like 3 to 5 days. For those purposes, I use spider tape, because this is the one tape that comes off, that stays on so well, but it also comes off so well without any ripping of the surface of the skin, without any rashes, none of that. That's why I like spider tape, because it's strong, durable, but also easy to get off. And so learn your body, learn how taping works for your body. It's not going to be the same as for everyone else's. Apply the tape properly, remove it properly. When you're removing tape, for me, spider tape, I literally can rip this off and I don't have any injuries. Unless I've been reapplying the same spot like 5 days in a row or something. But it can help to get it wet. It can help to put oil on it, something that's going to remove the adhesion. But for this tape, literally just pull that off. Sometimes I like hold a spot and pull around it if I feel like it's an extra sensitive bit of skin. But I've pulled this off with almost no, like you can't really see, there's maybe a little red there, but that'll go away. So that's why I love the spider tape gentle. This is the spider tape gentle, not just normal spider tape. I get the gentle. So learn your body, apply it properly by ripping it properly, sealing it properly, and stretching it properly. Remove it properly, be that with baby oil or whatever you're removing it with. Plan for it. So rather than carting around a ton of braces, you just keep a roll of tape in your car. I use these big rolls. I leave a big roll in my office, in my home, in my car, and I have a little cover, a little cap for my scissors, and I keep it all in one spot, because you never know when you're gonna need it. You can get pre-cut rolls, and then you don't need to remember to bring a scissors. Pre-cut rolls, but I find that I waste a lot of tape when I get a pre-cut roll, because say I only need this much tape. Pre-cut roll is going to be a lot more tape than that. So pre-cut roll, let me show you what it looks like. It's got like it's already rounded edges. Rounded edges can help with application, but the tape comes split like this. So that's how much tape you're going to get each time, and maybe you need less than that or more than that, and so that's not going to be ideal. So if you're traveling and you're only bringing a carry-on and you're going to need some tape, maybe this is how you do it. But normally I try to get the big bulk rolls. You save money, and just bring a scissors with you. I have scissors everywhere. I have scissors in my car, scissors in my office, scissors everywhere, and sharp scissors, because you waste tape if you're not cutting properly with the sharp scissors. So you plan for it. You're just bringing one roll of tape instead of 15 different braces. Then you find the tape that works for you. So for me, almost every time I would choose spider tape gentle, because it comes off well, because it applies well, because it doesn't give me a rash. Spider tape gentle, it hardly feels like it's there except for just a tiny bit of support that I really like. if I need more support than Spider Tape Gentle provides, I go with Rock Tape Gentle. The reason I choose Rock Tape Gentle instead of like KT Tape Gentle normally is because this falls off. It's so gentle that it hardly sticks half the time. And that will start peeling after a day, one shower, and that's falling off. This is gentle. It's less gentle than Spider Tape Gentle. It's got a stronger adhesion and it takes a little more to pull it off. But it doesn't give me the rash that other tapes give me that are not gentle. It's stronger than Spider Tape, and so for that reason I like it. This is about 120 bucks. It's pretty expensive, the Rock Tape. Spider Tape, if you get it from the actual retailer, their website, or from like TheraTape, which is a tape resource, this is only like 80, 89, maybe 90 bucks tops. So this is more affordable than Spider Tape. It's more expensive than KT Tape though. KT Tape's like 50 bucks. This is pretty affordable as far as tape goes. But I wouldn't go with a brand other than KT Tape like Spark Tape or CT Tape. Wouldn't do that because you get rashes. They're not gentle like they say they are. They're heavier. The fabric is like more irritating. I don't. CT Tape's probably the best of the cheapo brands that I've found, but I still don't really like it. And then we've got Thrive Tape. Thrive Tape is the tape that's endorsed by the Ehlers Danlos Society. There's like a partnership. I don't like Thrive Tape because it has this awful logo on it that adds a ton of weight. It's like this rubbery logo. And so when your body's already super sensitive and any amount of weight you feel, you don't want to be applying more weight to the joints that are already unstable. So I don't like Thrive Tape. Sorry. I prefer the Spider Tape or the Rock Tape, and I get the gentle ones of those. Occasionally, I'll use KT Tape for something that really needs some strong adhesion, but I know that I'm going to get a rash with this. And friends will buy me KT Tape Gentle sometimes, so that's why I have it. But it is gentle. It won't cause a rash, but it will fall off the next day, so it's kind of useless for me. One night stand for tape. So start experimenting. Know that you're going to spend some money doing so, but maybe you can get your insurance to cover some of it. But learn your body, experiment, find out what works for your body for tape. In the end, even though this is not as reusable as a brace, it will allow you more mobility, the ability to build up a muscle without restricting movement. I find this is way easier to travel with than a ton of different braces. If you get the wrong one, you're screwed. Apply it properly, rounded edges, cut right from the bottom, don't touch the anchor point, rub it so it sticks, all that. Remove it properly, baby oil, etc., depending on what you need. Plan for it, bring it with you. If you're gonna need scissors, bring the scissors. If you don't have scissors, make sure it's pre-cut, that sort of a thing. Find the tape that works for you. So I've tried way more tapes than even these. I found that for me, the Spider Tape Gentle and the Rock Tape Gentle are my faves. But there's a lot of tape out there. So if you find, and you gotta consider how much it costs, if you find something that works for you better, go for it. But for me, it's the Spider Tape Gentle and the Rock Tape Gentle. And that's all I have for you. So I wish you luck. Good luck with all the tapes.